Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Corvus Core fans. I'm WxFan21. Welcome into the Corvus Core versus XGeN. Get you immediately right into the action. As Corvus Core did win the knife round here on Ancient, they have elected to start off on the CT side. It's going to be XGeN to see what they can do on the attack. Nico does take care of 7. That's a little bit frustrating. Really couldn't see where he was going. And it's now Corvus in a very rough retake. 2 members from Temple, 1 lane, and the 1 donut player has been deleted. Temple players go bye-bye, and so does Blake. Beautiful round from XGeN. Let's see if they can keep it up. This is nothing more than a save round. Both of these teams, 5-2 coming into the season. Or coming into this game, rather. And this should be a very easy round here for XGeN. Smow him down. Couple of upgraded pistols, if that. Really not much that Corvus can do here. And things getting a little dicey here for XGeN. But even so, with all the damage, they're able to come away with the victory. First gun round for the Corvus Core. Let's hear from you in the Twitch chat. Who were you here rooting for? You rooting for Corvus or are you rooting for XGeN? Let's hear from you. Maybe you're just here rooting for some good old-fashioned Counter-Strike. Again, we're playing here today on Ancient. We saw Corvus dominate this map this past Tuesday. Let's see, they're getting tested early here on this map. Unlike on Tuesday when they were not tested at all until very, very late in that game when they already had things well in hand. Driftsy gonna be left all alone here. Very rough spot for him. Tried that flashbang to try getting away, and a nice retake by the Corvus Core. Happy coming in from Cave did prove to be all that needed to be done. 2 AKs picked up. Happy gets the defuse. And we got ourselves a 2-1 game. I think it was Happy with the defuse. Got some Corvus fans in the house. Apparently some WxFan fans in the Twitch chat. Appreciate that. I don't know what you're rooting for me for. I'm here to cast some Counter-Strike. Heading back to Tuesday's game, it was a 9-3 scoreline at the half. And then Corvus kind of let that one get away from them in the second half. They need to not let that happen here. Early utility is out. Happy does have the op in hand. 4 spy here for XGeN. You see the MAC-10s. Bought around the AKs. Slow play from XGeN. Trying to bait out a lot of that utility from Corvus before this beast at Execute comes in. Corvus does have an opportunity to stall. They elect to back off. Let them push into them. Play your game. Problem is, here on the B-bomb site, you're in a little rough spot here. You let them peek into you, but you can't play too passive either. Nico does get the bomb down. Big play for Nico. Extra money for him, but it is a 3-on-1, and he will fall. So Corvus get back to their winning race here, 2 rounds straight. All they needed was some rifles. This does force XGeN back into a very weird situation. Nico's the only one over 2,500. Does elect to upgrade to a Deagle. Do we see anyone else upgrading pistols? We do. So this will be an eco round for XGeN. And there he is, the IGL. It's Grandpa Dave mowing down the players out towards mid. We'll see what Grandpa Dave has in store here for his crew. We are getting to the midway point now of the first half of play. Gotta be ready to pivot on those strats. Neko is just hiding out in Donut. Clean around for Corvus. Neko and Nico, as chat points out. So if Neko isn't Neko and it's Nico, well, I'm calling you Neko because you have literally 2 people with almost the same pronunciations on your squad. Alright, XGeN finally, after a couple rounds now, have a bye. A worked for them before. Trying to make their way over there now. 2 men, 3, 0. We got numbers all over. We got bodies all over. 2A, 3B, 0 mid. Interesting strategy call here from Grandpa Dave. Not having any mid presence is a problem. Nico mops up 7. Missed op shot through the smoke. Was just spraying and praying. And MSG. Beautiful play from Donut. Does lock in the 3v3 post plant. And you take a look at the round prediction score, 57 to 43%. Neko just made it 90 to 10. And we have Blake now left alone out towards box 1v2. He's here, he's reloading, he's ready for this. He's got less than 20 seconds on the bomb timer. Attempting for the ninja, not gonna get it. He's gonna be outclassed and outgunned. That was not a masterclass, but that definitely was a lesson in post-plant teamwork from XGeN. They played off each other so well, they knew where each other was, and when they came out of the smoke together, Blake had a very rough time to try to get both at the same time in a pure 2v1 like that. Not much you could have did. I mean, this isn't GoldenEye 007 for the N64, where you can pull out 2 ZMG 9MMs or 2 D5 Deutsches. And yeah, shut out GoldenEye 007. No 2 DD4 Dostovals. Oh, 2 RCP 90s, anybody? But anyway, No dual-wielding weapons here. But it is looking like a double kill for Grandpa Dave, and it will be that in fact. Big round, an unfortunate team kill for XGeN as well, as MSG is in a world of hurt. Nice recovery round from Corvus. Corvus, take the lead. This is my opportunity to tell all of you Corvus Core fans that on behalf of the Corvus Core, which is who I'm casting for, head over to corvuscore.org, I believe is the website for them. Go get yourself some merch. If interested, Seven's got his own merch over there. There's a bunch of merch over on the website. If one of the moderators or admins could go ahead and post that in the Twitch chat for everybody. Again, head over to the Corvus Core website, grab yourself some merch today. Have it in time for the playoffs, which is definitely looking where Corvus is going. 5-3, and we're going to have ourselves a bye. XGeN, this is your opportunity. You have found success over to A. What are you going to be able to do here? I kind of smell a mid to A execute. Couple over to A main. Send a couple out to mid, gain the mid control, swap back to A, maybe get a little bit into the donut, and then just pincer in on A. You really need to figure out something here. But it does look like they want to go B initially. They are trapped off by the multiple Molotovs early. Spraying and praying through the wood does deal a little bit of chip damage onto Angros. Nico trying to find the head of Grandpa Dave. But does find 7 instead. Does that cause a rotate? The execute is still coming into B. Nice defensive smoke from Corvus. That is exactly what this team needed as the execute comes in, but Neko way too fast on the trigger finger. Now we're down to a 3v3. Post plant needs to be strong here for XGeN. XGeN loses the Cubby side player long. Ankros and Happy. We've seen these two time and time again. Absolutely crush and dominate, but Fords really haven't said his name too much during this cast. Tucked inside a cave. Not gonna be cleared. Ford's in a great spot. Fires too early, and Corvus lock in their 6th. A beautiful play from Corvus. Little bit frustrating there for Fords. Had he held that trigger just another second longer, would have had the 1 kill, possibly the double, and that round could have gone to XGeN. That is okay, and right around the time Fords misfired, it was ending up being the double kill for Corvus. So definitely some missed opportunity there, but one Fords is going to look to rebound from. 6-3 out in front for Corvus Core. And there is the Corvus Core org owner hanging out in chat. If you could kindly, as I've already plugged the merch store, just post the link in the Twitch chat for the fine folks. I believe it's corvuscore.org, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Happy. Get 1, spots the 2nd, and then gets absolutely domed. But it's nothing the rest of the Corvus Core crew cannot handle. This is the dominance we saw from this team on Tuesday on this map. XGeN need to win these next two. And there it is, CorvusCore.com. It's in the Twitch chat for all of you. We got your merch today in prep for the playoffs. But right now, both of these teams looking poised to make their way to the playoffs. Both 5-2. 7-3. Corvus Core on top, but the man advantage is XGeN's. Really the first good mid-execute we've seen from XGeN this entire half. And Ankros almost gets deleted and decapitated. But too quick on the trigger. Nico just says, "Hi, Blake." Blake was literally just like, "Hi, friend." And doesn't get the kill. But Happy does. Nico. Deletes Ankros. And that is exactly how you get things going, XGeN. That's a good execute. That's a great triple from Nico. Once again, CorvusCore.com. Get your merch today. Tactical timeout has come in from the XGeN squad. They're going to talk things over, figure out where to go here in this last round. Corvus have been utterly dominant. But XGeN's staying afloat. Alright. I tried freeing up some resources. We'll see if that's going to help. Sorry if there is any confusion. Here we go. The execute is in. Happy's going to find the first before he's deleted. A good attempt from Happy there, but unfortunately up in that spot, you have no backup cover. Sometimes can be a little bit difficult to get to pull back into Temple. Frighten, let me know if that clears things up for you. I said I was kidding. I thought it'd be a funny joke. And you know who's not kidding is MSG, who mows down 2 and Dripsy finishes it off. Big round from him. Gets a triple. Brings this back to 7-5. I think this could be a little much for Corvus. If you don't start off strong here, we saw how much they struggled on their second half on Tuesday. They don't have the luxury of giving up any rounds here. Here we go. Grandpa Dave, with his Walker and Kane, gets his way out to the B-bomb site first. But Nico, hanging out in Temple, deleted by Happy. And we're down to a 2v4 in favor of the Corvus Core. Corvus locking an 8th. That's exactly what this team needed. 8-5. As a quick shout out to everyone as well. I do see all your comments in the Twitch chat. I have literally nothing else I can do on my laptop to push the stream quality better. I am actually working with somebody. I will have a PC built for esports and streaming within the next 1 to 2 months. But it will be some time before I get it. Yep, I'm streaming from a laptop. Originally, when I got my laptop, it was just for gaming. That was back in late 2020. I didn't start getting into casting until late November of 22. So, wasn't even thinking about streaming. Again, I'm working with a great tech guy. We actually just had a call earlier on this evening. And we're working on getting me a PC, actual PC desktop that is built for exactly what I do. All the broadcasting for different esports, Counter-Strike, Rocket League, iRacing, anything else I want to eventually get into. He's working on that with me, and that'll be coming. It's going to take a while. The next month or two. But I appreciate the sentiment. Okay. Last plug I want to do is I want to give a special shout out to Face It and ESEA, of course, for the next big caster initiative that is going on, as I am a part of. A lot of great people involved in this initiative. Basically, what's going to happen is when the first period is over, the ESL producers are going to go ahead and select the candidates that they want to be put to a community vote. And speaking of community, 4-man push with the Mac 10s through mid takes Driftsy and makes him go sleepy, sleepy.exe for this round. He'll be back and loaded into the next round. But right now, it is all Corvus with these Mac 10s. But they have some work to do. They get the bomb plant. They need to get in good spots. They're way too exposed right now. And that'll do it. Fords lines them up and blows them over. I told you all Fords would be looking for redemption from that round in the last half, and he gets it. This game is all up to the funny number. And I don't mean whatever this 6-7 gimmick is that I have no idea what it means. Apparently that's now word of the year from dictionary.com. Like, really? It's numbers, first of all. And secondly, I don't even know what it is! Chat says Dave must have took his meds today. No. Dave's got a motor scooter he's driving now. Big trouble for the Corvus core. If they run into a buzzsaw, they have all underneath 100 HP. Half of them are under that 75 hit point mark. So this needs to be big for XGeN. You line them up, you can get a multi-kill here pretty easily. And there's one. And that's Ankros. Actually, the player with the most hit points that is mowed down. Here we go. Triple defense inside a donut is a choice. As the defuse! Oh! He gets it! I thought XGeN had that, but Blake, out of A main. Oh, buddy. Wherever he came from, beautiful execution from Blake. The triple kill to clean things up as his other teammates were trapped inside a donut. Beautiful execution. I don't know why there's ones going in chat. I said Blake, not Roman Reigns. Come on now. All right, here we go. Corvus find themselves in the driver's seat yet again. But we've seen this time and time again from this team. They have found themselves in the driver's seat. And when it came to Tuesday's game on this map, they let it almost get away from them. They can't let that happen here. I'm telling you, folks, if you like what you see here from the Corvus Corps, and any of your friends like CS, get them involved with this team. This team is fun to watch. They have a bunch of raw potential. Are they the cleanest and smoothest looking team? No. Do they have a lot of raw potential? Yes. Grandpa Dave has found himself a rock to take a quick cat nap on. And Gypsy does not get away with the scout. Not that you wanted heading into this gun round anyway. This is it. Make or break for XGeN. Nice hold from XGeN and Nico. Triple all the way from long. Happy in a 1v4 with just an op. The bomb is way out on the middle of the B bomb site. This should easily go the way of XGeN. Happy has the time. Is thinking of what? Oh, I like this play. He's thinking of wrapping all the way around. I mean, he has plenty of time. He's wrapping all the way from cat to mid to donut to A to CT spawn. Now to the back of red, and MSG says, where'd my op bullet go? So Happy finds the isolation and escapes with his life, which he had no business doing. MSG had that kill. And Driftsy says, don't worry, bro, I got you back. Nico's triple was all XGeN needed to notch up their 7th. To make this 7-11. Hashtag not a sponsor. Hashtag if you want to become a sponsor, please feel free to reach us out over at CorvusScore.com. We will gladly promote your product and take your money. In all seriousness, though, this is a 7-11 scoreline. Corvus looking for the dagger to bring this to 12. Ankros is bleeding out of every orifice of his character's body. The man is bleeding out. We're going to have to get a damn cleanup crew out here. Can someone get this guy a med kit, please? Where were those med kit shots like you get in Deathmatch? Where are they when we need them? Or shout out, where are they like you can order them up in Danger Zone? That's right, Danger Zone, shout out, Valve, bring it back. And Corvus somehow escape with that clean. They find their dagger, they bring it to 12, they are on map and game point. And now, we are here. We were here on Tuesday. Can Corvus close this out without giving away too many rounds and making their fans sweat? Grandpa Dave on a heater. 17 kills for him. Everyone on Corvus doing a great job tonight. You're going to have the 2 cave players here inside a Jaguar. That's going to be Fords and Nico. A very rough buy for XGeN. And Driftsy finds the initial kill. Takes the nade to the face! And then takes a bullet also to the face! Nico making great use of this MP9, and I said it before, I'm going to say it again. They cannot afford to let this team get away with anything. They let the game slip away from them. They gave their opponents some extra rounds that they had no business doing, and they've done it here yet again against a weak bye. And who else with another triple but Nico? Literally taking his team on his back, trying to will them into overtime here on Ancient. Has the stream quality gotten better, folks? I hope it has. There is your opening kill from Blake. Gives you the opening into cave, but you can't really do much with it. Can they make it work? Nico from once again on his perch out long. This time doesn't find a triple. Does find just one. Fords is stuck inside a ninja. And that's going to be all she wrote. Unless MSG and Driftsy can pull a miracle out of their butts. This map is done and dusted. The post plants are really good for Corvus. The only entry point at this point is from long and from lane. You may have the health advantage XGeN, but the map control and the positioning is Corvus's. Playing around the smoke spots both, even though Grandpa Dave falls. This is absolutely huge, and that'll do it. The info was all they needed. It's a 13-8 victory, and that's going to clean things up for here on stream. That is 4 wins in a row for the Corvus score. The very least since I started casting. Happy finishes off with 21 kills. A 1.91 kill to death ratio. As much as Nico tried to take the entire team on his back. Multiple triple kills. Multiple holds. There was nothing else he could have done. Corvus just outplayed them on multiple rounds. Multiple occasions. To me, it came down to XGeN's T side, the way they started on. There was nothing XGeN did. They lacked a lot of mid control. They had A couple of times. They didn't execute in the early rounds enough to get the map control that they needed. They kept getting cut off a little bit too much on Catwalk, which played in the Corvus's hands, gave Corvus time to get inside a Jaguar to take them away there. Corvus, on the other hand, we saw it on their T side. We saw them with the mid control. We saw them take B from the splits. We saw them get that map control, and we saw the trades be just too good. Was this an off night for XGeN? For a 5-2 team now going 5-3, I'd say it was an off night for them. There's definitely some great stuff to clean up there for them. But there's also a lot of good to take away as well. Leave the cleanup alone. There's a lot of good to take away as well. So, folks, that's going to do it here for us tonight. Again, a 13-8 victory gets the Corvus Core up to 6-2 on the season. They are looking poised to get to one of the highest seeds in Intermediate this season. But just because they're 6-2, there's still plenty more games to be played. And to find out who Corvus are taking on next, you're going to have to tune in next Tuesday, or to the Corvus Core media, social media that is, to find out. I'll catch y'all next time. Have a great weekend.